Alright, welcome back everybody. Doom 2016, episode 9, with number 1 sarcasm, the Lazarus Labs. This level kicked my ass so fucking much. Took me over an hour and a half to get all the footage, which isn't a whole lot of time I guess, but considering every other level takes me less than an hour, this just hurt. And it's really just that the fights have so many fucking demons in them, and they're not always massive spaces. So we'll see my successful attempts, because if I sat here and showed every one of my unsuccessful attempts, we would be here for far too long.
You'll find the Helix Stone in Olivia's private archival lab deep within
40
this
minutes is
facility.
long enough as it is.
Few have ever seen the stone. But if you came to us for a reason, you might be able to see something in it we haven't.
I like the few times it takes a shot like that of just the space. The whole bunch of just demons floating around doing whatever the fuck they do when they're not being shot at. Like when you get a shot of just the Mars surface of the destroyed UAC base, and there's caca demons floating around.
There will be an open forum to resolve any questions or concerns on the initiative to weaponize the demons.
Another grenade. I don't think I ever found a use for.
Save your work before attending.
I will say I did like the secrets, some of the way that they designed the level layouts, for you to go about finding secrets. Some little vent covers and shit. It's a very Batman-y lit feeling level. I did notice as well, they've really started throwing pinkies at you like it's nobody's business. I don't hate the pinkies. I think it's a fun little gimmick trying to get around this bull chargy enemy, but they hit so fucking hard. And I don't like changing from the super shotgun, which, like, yeah, it works. It works probably the best of every weapon if you can get up close on a pinky's butthole, but nothing good, or there's nothing quick and effective. There's a lot of the super heavy demons are pretty much just that though. You can, like, there's no way around it. You just have to tank it. Kind of shit. It just reminds me like the Batman Arkham games where you're ripping off vent covers and you're just crawling around in the dark air ducts and shit.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown.
I don't know why I ever swap to the pistol anymore. I do it for like the possessed, but even that, it's kind of just pointless. I can just whack them. I do really like the layout of the level, of this particular level. Like, I like the lab aesthetic. Like, it's got all the shipping containers, whatever, the big boxes that they store captured demons in. But it's all like very small, tight rooms. This is this is all meant for efficiency. Like, it looks pretty, and it's all nice and smooth. It's UAC space base. But it feels like they designed all these rooms with minimal travel time. So then when you're running around and fighting, it's quick. It's tight. If you're playing right, it's controlled. I don't always play right. But most of these successful attempts, or successful fights, did end up feeling pretty good in the end. I'm looking forward to Vega processing. because I know because the fights just ramp up. It never backpedals, or not as far as I can tell at least. You've always got those little skirmishes, and you might have like, was it the last level I think? The level before had a little skirmish with like a Baron and a Pinky, and a few Pinkies. I think a Hell Knight. Like they're fun, but you get your arenas like this, and it just always gets better and better and better. So yeah, Vega Central Processing. When you come in on the train, you've got a Cacodemon, you've got a couple of Barons. I think there's a couple of Mancubi as well. Fights like that, I'm keen for. They're gonna ruin me, but they'll be so much fun. Just a little look over a couple of my weapons. My arsenal's filling out quite nicely. But I am curious because I don't go for the classic maps in this because I can't be bothered. It's the one thing I never learnt to look out for very well.
Experience something new and go beyond mere mortal limitations.
I wonder if I did everything perfectly.
Resources to find out if you qualify.
Would I get a fully perfected arsenal? All the Praetor tokens, all of the weapon upgrades. I get. I'm sure you can. That just requires being forced to play Doom the way that it wants me to play. I don't want to do that. I'm playing my way. I'm never upgrading the combat shotgun's charge shot because it sucks. I hate it. I feel like this does come in handy though. My Argent cell shit is nearly max capacity. God damn, I can't imagine doing this. Well, I can imagine doing this without the Argent stuff. I just know full well that would be stupid. It's so hard. And this shit's already hard enough. There are a couple of things here, like the charge shot, a couple of weapon mods that I just find unnecessary, at least the way I play, and I can't say as to whether they're actually going to make my play easier, but like things like remote detonation, I find very little use for remote detonation or the charge shot for the shotgun. Like the plasma rifle, I don't even fucking use that. I found it was being given a lot more utility in Eternal, but for this it was, I don't like the design. It's too Doom 3. Well, I do like Doom 3. It doesn't feel nice walking around with a Doom 3 plasma rifle. And it just doesn't seem very useful. Like, I have the Gauss cannon, and I know when I want to be using the Gauss cannon. Why waste the ammo on the plasma gun that does very little? I'm guessing also that is. I'm wondering whether that room was the classic map. Like, it probably is, but again, I don't know where the lever is. I don't want to go out of my way to find them. They're too out of the way. And for everything else I'm doing, I'd rather avoid it. I love the little beep because there's no way I'd find this shit without that beep. Rune trial coming up though. I had a lot of fun with the rune trials here. This one ruined me for a little bit, it had me stumped. But the other rune trial I confidently said I did on my first try, and I was really proud of that actually. But this, I think, total took me about 5 or 6 attempts. That's the only time I use remote detonation either. You'll never see me touch it again. Like here I do find it useful because I can't really afford to be up close and personal, especially because glory kills give me nothing, so there's very, very little point to using them. And splash damage is ridiculous. A lot worse than I thought it was. And I feel like because I'm playing on Nightmare, I very much have found what I like using and what I know I like. Like this is how I like to go about killing the demons. And I don't want to deviate. But it means that the way you use your arsenal is kinda, I suppose, unintentionally restrictive because you just fall into a pattern of what you like. My pattern is super shotgun everything that isn't a heavy or super heavy, and then just use a mix of the rocket launcher and the Gauss cannon. I did find a use actually for chain gun a little later on, but uses that's more for the mobile turret, but even uses for that are very few and far between. I'm a little bit excited to just get this out of the way, over and done with. Move on to Eternal, because I'm so keen to do a one-to-one direct comparison between how I feel about this and how I feel about that. When I played Eternal, well, for the first time anyway, I hadn't touched this in quite some time. So it was like going back into it, I'm like, oh, this is exactly what I thought it was, and it's great, except it's a little bit goofy, which I don't like, but no, I think, yeah, being able to make that one-to-one comparison, I might have different thoughts, different feelings, but I liked it. I think I missed the UAC base aesthetic. I really love the way the levels are designed, the environment. I'm just gonna shut up for a minute and let this play, because this kicked my ass hard.
Safe mode. Lockdown in place. Demonic presence eliminated.
That
Lockdown disengaged.
took me while I was editing this, I probably cut out about half an hour worth of footage just in that one particular fight. Because I spent so long just dying over and over and over and over and over. But it's a fight that for whatever reason just sticks in my head. Sticks in my memory. And I love it. For a memorable one, definitely a fucking hard one. In this next one, if anybody knows what's coming up, this next one also had me stumped for a little while. I don't know if it should have though. I feel like I kind of fucked up. See, this is fun. Then the whole room just ends up like little health pickups on the floor.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect.
I don't really have anything to say though, apart from I wasted so much ammo. I really thought my grenades were doing more, but I do recall now I had a rune for a while that was upping the damage. So I'm like, I thought grenades would be doing a lot more for against pinkies. Apparently not, but I'm willing to bet that really was just equipment power up.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
One thing I really like is the way they hide secrets in this game. Like I've got to ask the question, why is this back here? And who the fuck designed this facility that this would be back here? It just seems a little bit strange and out of place. But in terms of a gameplay standpoint, to like go out of your way to try and find all this stuff, oh my god, that's a lot of fun. I like that this is like a little transfer loading screen, so I can have the rest of the level load in. Like between UAC base and Cadanger Sanctum. Funny word. But we're getting towards the last few little bits. There aren't many arenas left, but there's still enough going on here that it takes a little while.
You should not have allowed his location to be discovered. You have failed us.
It wasn't me. It was Samuel. He led them to his tomb. Please, we can overcome this.
Little speech, or chat between Olivia and I don't even know who it would be. Is it King Novik? It doesn't matter who it is at this point anyway.
Manual security activated.
I love that
All terminals
they're backing
now
on like,
accessible.
oh you shit, you let him wake up Doom guy. I was like, what is she supposed to do? You seen how frail this woman is? She wears an exosuit just so she can stand up. And you're like, not good enough, bitch. Hang on. Not like she can beat Samuel Hayden in a fight or talk him out of doing anything. I think that's funny. Because her pleading... Yeah, okay, she's a bad guy. But pleading for a little bit of forgiveness or mercy. I like it. Also, I like that Crucible design more than the Eternal design.
That's what she was looking for.
So much more fun.
Did you get the location?
Apparently, past me dictated that it doesn't matter whether or not Vega found a location. We're just gonna assume he did. I really hate this fight. Of all of the combat encounters in this level, which majority of I really enjoy. I hate this one. I hate the arena layout, I find it frustrating. I hate that the upper area can only be reached if you're climbing the stairs or willing to run up one of those thin little panel-y bits. Just doesn't feel nice. It feels like everything is just in your way. Not in a, oh yeah, we can overcome this where the Doom guy kind of in your way. It's like, no. It's just designed to be inconvenient and frustrating to navigate. Yes, I want to jump and bounce around the levels. Do I want to do it in such a weird, boring way? I don't know. Now a lot of the arenas are... No, actually, a lot of them are... I was going to say a lot of them are symmetrical. They're not. There's always like some little variance on one side or the other, but... It's just a big empty room. It's not nice. That Kaka demon also, it fucked me up earlier. I'm glad I jibbed it there. Such a nice payback. It caught me in the corner. I didn't know what to do.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Funny feeling with little encounters like that, because it's a matter of like, there's no point in them trying to stand up to you. They aren't gonna win. No way. But it's still kind of fun to just walk into a room and know that they're absolutely hopeless. Just kind of clean up immediately. I'd like to finish off the dexterity tree, I think. And it's not going to happen in this level, but I think whatever Praetor tokens I can scrounge up in the next couple levels, I'd like to go for dexterity. I think all I've got left is mod swap speed. But we'll see how I go with that, because I don't often swap my weapon mods. I might for... I really don't swap them much. Maybe I won't go for dexterity. We'll see how I feel at the time. Thinking like, oh, maybe I'll swap micro missiles and precision bolt, or maybe I'll swap the gauze cannon thing. But yeah, I just don't know about that. I think even with the difference between siege mode and precision bolt for the Gauss cannon, I don't use siege mode often enough in regular encounters. I mean I only use the Gauss cannon for super heavies or shield guys, so precision bolt seems like a little unnecessary. Not doing as much damage as siege,
Lazarus Wave at full charge. Ready
but I
for
still need to
activation.
charge it up. So
This hellway will redirect the course of mankind.
I know
On this day,
there's probably an
we'll make
argument
our
for
contribution to their cause.
precision bolt allowing you to
Our
move, but
salvation lies with them.
circumvent that by jumping. Or work on mastery mode so you can
I know
move.
she was weak. Our work doesn't come without risks. I released you from your prison to help mitigate those.
I just really find no good reason for anything else.
You'd be the only thing that could stop her.
I love that that looks like I just shoved him into the wall for the possessed to bounce back. That was funny. I miss. Did I miss the opportunity to look in another room back there? Okay. I know I get into this one in a second, but other one to get? Eh. Doesn't matter now, I can always go back, but I don't know what happened here. I couldn't escape. That's right, I was saving for something. I think it'll probably be grenade recharge times. I'm using them a lot more now, which is nice. That I think was a little bit unnecessary. I probably could have killed him just with a good third shot to the eyeball, but shit like that, where it's just I need to take it out quickly, without hesitation. Siege mode is there for me. That was genuinely my first attempt, and I'm quite happy with that. Here we go.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect.
That's a nice little indicator that I died here a couple of times too, but this is my favorite fight of the whole level. And yes, that includes what's about to come after this fight. Sue me if you will. But this was just so satisfying. I can't believe I missed that shield guy though. Been a while since I've used a grenade launcher attachment too. Funny, I think I cut this out. I really wish I'd left it in. No going back now. I clipped into the roof of one of these open crates, but I don't know how. Because, I don't usually go for glitches or little tricks like that. So I don't know how or why. Just trying to get out, watching the demons throw fireballs at me and hit nothing. It's really funny and satisfying, at least for me, who Doesn't often see that stuff.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown.
Can you imagine just this heavily armored guy with a chainsaw, like, not running at you, but he's just jumped like 5-10 meters in the air to land on top of you with a chainsaw. There's no wonder the demons are literally terrified of him. I out of ammo. Damn. I do rely on the super shotgun for literally everything. Booked. I think my thought process here was, yeah, I'm not fucking dealing with this.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Really hate the cyber mancubus with a passion. Again, in Eternal it's not that bad because you have like a few ways of effectively weakening it and making it easier to deal with.
You will need to rip out the Argent accumulator powering
These
the
ones,
cyber demon.
no.
Destabilizing the core will cause a rift that will send you back to hell. Once the crucible is in your possession, it will pull you out.
Alright. Now, I do really like this fight. I can't lie. But it's no OG Doom Cyber Demon. It's better than Doom 3. It's fucking by miles. But I still had a lot more fun with a few of the arenas rather than just the Cyber Demon itself. I think because it doesn't feel like you're being overwhelmed. It's just him, and it's the same strat as it was, what is it, 40 years ago now? Nearly 40, whatever. Doesn't matter, we'll go 30 because I'm gonna make some people really upset. So they're either gonna feel old or annoyed that I don't know exactly what year Doom came out. But yeah, just strafe. That was dumb though, I will admit. And I did die here a couple of times just because of a lapse in focus. And I wish that lasted longer. It feels really short. Boofed. Sitting on 5 health. I love it. I love that. He's just not willing to give up until he's actually just dead. I did die here as well, I think. once or twice, but lapse in memory. Oh, not lapse in memory, lapse in focus. I like the defense buff he gets though, like once you move into hell, you know, just the weapons just deal not drastically less, but I think about with siege mode, probably half. I think half damage compared to what they were. I don't know the way Doom was coded, whether that's whether the Cyber Demon has more health or whether it's just that you're doing less damage. Assuming that that's not how this game works and it is just his second phase has more total HP. Oh, I hate that. Fucking, it's the only attack I'm really shitty with. I'll cop everything else. This still works. Kind of fucked it up there, but beautiful. And with that, that's everything there is to the Lazarus Labs. I love that he just disappears like that, burns away. Now, we're on to a fight to find the Crucible and get it all charged up and ready to go. That's been the Lazarus Labs. I have been number one Sarcasm. I shall return again for the next episode. Take the fight right to hell. Bye guys. Take it easy.